Now, Tunisia's economy is falling apart, and some of the proposed measures in its 2017 budget does not sit well with all, including freezing the wage increases for the public sector for the next year and increasing taxes and decreasing subsidies, which also left lawyers joining the latest wave of demos in the country. Now, while countries are being forecast to increase their gross domestic product and boost their economies, Tunisia's is struggling to keep afloat. Now, faced with an overwhelming debt and an underperforming private sector, the country's proposed budget by Prime Minister Youssef Chahid has now left the General Trade Union mobilizing forces against the government.
Approved by the Council of Ministers, the 2017 financial budget banks on a growth rate of 2.5% compared to this year's 1.4%. It's projected to bring back the public deficit from 6.5 to 5.5 of the GDP. Just as a reminder, the head of government, Youssef Chahid, succeeded in early September Habib Essid, whose executive had not managed to lead Tunisia on the path of development. This is according to critiques. Youssef Chahid's government has made some concessions by renouncing to raise the VAT or decrease subsidies of basic commodities. But despite opposition from the UGTT syndicate, it predicts a wage freeze in the public service for a month in a year to condition further growth to reach 3% in 2017. We discuss about these ongoing social protests in Tunisia with Massinissa Ben Lekhal, who is a journalist. The Tunisian parliament has for several hours now been working on the draft budget. But why are there so many protests among the unions, and how did they agree to protest?
Concerne en fait les taxes et les augmentations de salaire. Et aussi l'augmentation des prix de produits de base.
The anger of the unions is about the tax increase, the freezing of wage increases and the rising prices of essential commodities. The Tunisia General Union decided to take the fight to the streets and threatened to call for a general strike, and this scares the authorities. There has been another call by the same union for a demonstration outside Parliament.
Ce qui a un petit peu effrayé les autorités locales, on va dire. Et aussi, un autre appel a été lancé par le même syndicat pour tenir un rassemblement à la place du Bardo, qui se trouve être le siège de l'Assemblée des
And according to the unions, these austerity measures could threaten the purchasing power of the citizens in the country.
Et d'après l'UGTT et les personnes avec qui nous avons discuté, ces augmentations mèneront à la dérive du pouvoir d'achat du citoyen moyen et faible revenu.
And how do you explain the gloomy economic environment? Is it simply as a result of a drop in tourism? And beyond the austerity measures, is there no political consensus to put the country back on track?
En fait, il y a toute une panoplie de raisons, toute une liste de raisons. À commencer par
In fact, there are a variety of reasons. To start with, the fall in tourism, which is the main source of income for the country.
Ce qui a fait que les étrangers ne viennent plus dans le pays.
Tunisia depends primarily on tourism.
Et cela a causé.
Many foreigners have become victims of terrorism. So the foreigners no longer come to the country. And this has caused huge losses.
Elle dépend pratiquement du tourisme pour ça. Là, le problème, il y a certains partis qui n'acceptent pas de faire.
And there are parties that are against the concessions, especially the Popular Front Party, which is opposed to this measure. It has staged street protests to that effect.
Thank you very much, Massinissa. That was Massinissa Ben Lekhal joining us. He's a journalist, and he's been following closely what's going on in Tunisia. Even lawyers were demonstrating against that.